Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Welcome to your new moon in Capricorn reading for the month of January. Happy New Year to you, and this reading is going to be covering the period from the new moon in December 29th through to January 27th. Okay, I just want to thank you all, take the time to thank you all for your likes, your shares, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for my new subscribers. Thanks for coming on, becoming a part of the Sun Woman community, and for those of you who have been long-term subscribers, thank you so much for your loyalty to the channel. Thank you for coming back. This reading is going to be a tarot card reading for you. I'm going to use a few oracle cards from the Tao Oracle deck, and then after I finish this reading, I'm going to do a 3-card reading for 2017. So that 3-card reading with the major arcana is going to cover, each card represents 4 months. So January through April, May through August, and September through December. Okay, to find out what the energies are going to be, the potential energies are going to be for 2017 for the sign of Leo. And this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising as well. If you have strong Leo, multiple Leo planets in your chart, I would check out this reading as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this. It looks like that Capricorn new moon is going to be highlighting your 6th house. Okay, the 6th house is the house of your your daily life, your all the things that you do to make your life run smoothly. It is your work situation. It covers co-workers, people that are partners in your work situation. It also rules your health, your sense of well-being, and the 6th house has a lot to do with how you go about your daily life. Okay, the rituals and regimens that you follow in order to keep things running smoothly in your life. Okay, your day-to-day activities fall in the 6th house. The 6th house is important again because it has to do with our health. It has to do with our diet, with exercise, with the way that we feel in our own skin. It also has to deal with the people that you are dealing with on a daily basis. Okay, the people around you that you interact with. Okay, people who provide services to you and those that you serve as well. So altruism and doing charitable work, things like that fall in the 6th house because it also includes our sense of duty and responsibility. So what and who you're responsible for will fall into the 6th house as well. All right, so let's just go ahead and take a look at the reading here. I have 3 rows of cards, and the first row covers the beginning of January, the beginning of that new moon cycle. The middle row covers, the middle part of January, and the last row covers the end, up until the 27th of January. So, when I look at the cards here, I feel like first of all, at the base of the deck, this card is calling to me because at the base of the deck we have the card that kind of talks about the the overriding energies, what's really going to be affecting you psychologically in this month. And we have the 6 of Cups reversed. So I feel like some of you could be really coming into 2017 with a lot of nostalgia, okay, with a lot of, thinking about memories, replaying things that have happened in your mind over and over again, wanting to go back to the old way of doing things, perhaps in some area of your life, wanting to go back to a time when things were simpler, when life was easier, when there was less responsibility, perhaps. And wanting perhaps to get back in touch with people from the past. Now, Mercury is retrograde. as you're watching this, and it has been retrograde from December 19th and will be retrograde until January 9th. When it moves forward. So this is definitely that Six of Cups reverse vibe, you know, where you're going back over things in the past. You may run into people that you haven't seen for a long time. You may be thinking about relationships, old relationships, you know, people that you were involved with, where they are now, what they're doing. You may be thinking about your childhood and your, you know, when you were younger, and your family connections, your family ties, and the way, you know, with that sixth house activity, it's the way that things used to be when things were easier, when life was simpler, when there was not so much to do, and you were not so busy, and you didn't have time for this, and you were, you know, before you had to work and have responsibilities and all those things. So that may be on your mind strongly as we're coming into the new year. Now, I don't want you to allow those things to kind of throw you off. It's okay to look back on the past and to, you know, remember the good things and even the difficult things, because we learn from difficult experiences. We learn from the good and the bad. But I want to make sure that you are coming out of that and not getting caught up in that and thinking perhaps that, you know, the way things used to be are better than they are, or that things will never be as good as they used to be, because that energy could kind of throw you off and knock you off of the path that you are traveling right now, okay? It's going to be very important for you to live in the now in 2017. It's going to be important for you to follow your goals, follow your dreams, you know, do the things that you have been wanting to do for a long time and maybe have put off. The Chariot is here toward the beginning of the month, along with the Knight of Swords reversed and the Queen of Wands upright. And, you know, for me, this Queen of Wands is you. This is you showing up in your reading. So, you know, you're going to have a lot of power and a lot of say on what goes on in your life this month. But there may be some difficulties with someone. There may be some character in your life. It could possibly be an air sign person, which could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. And I feel like you're coming into the beginning of the month kind of upside down with this person. I feel that on some level this person might have done or said something that has thrown you off. There might have been some arguments or perhaps some selfishness on this person's part. The swords cards, and when they're reversed, can, you know, talk about people who can be a little argumentative. There could be conflict. There could be kind of, you know, someone rushing in and acting thoughtlessly towards you. You know, really kind of being caught up in their own, you know, their own life, their own situation, and kind of careless about what they say and what they do. Okay, they can be very biting in their criticism or even in their responses. Okay, a little rough around the edges. So there may be this person that's come into the scene toward the beginning of January that's brought that energy in towards you, and I feel that this may be someone that you feel like you've kind of lost control of that relationship. Not that we can ever control a relationship, but I feel that you've kind of lost your focus perhaps on where this situation is going and what to do now. You know, somebody's overturned the cart. Somebody's overturned, you know, this situation, and now you are wanting to, you know, on this Queen of Wands card, you're looking away from this knight. You're not even looking at that person. You're focusing on the sunflower that you have here. You're focusing away. It's like in some way you're ignoring them. Okay, you've decided that the best way to deal with this person is just to shut them out, ignore them, not feed into any drama, not feed into any of that whatever's going on with them. Okay, because they might be kind of trying to pull you out of your focus, your peace. And I think, you don't want that to happen because you've got too much going on. You're a very creative person. You're a very outgoing person. You have a lot of talent, a lot of skills, many, many gifts. And these are natural things that you were born with. Tremendous amount of magnetism and charisma, a very strong personality, and people are attracted to you. People admire you. You command a lot of respect. Leo is the sign of the king and the queen, and so your best mode of behavior is to kind of be above the fray, okay? Be above whatever drama or whatever childishness or immaturity that's being presented to you, okay? That is the best thing, because I feel like you really are someone who wants to unify the people in your life. You want to work with people. You want to be you want there to be a sense of unity. And that often, in order to get things done in life, there's a need to, the sum is greater than the parts. And so I feel like during this first week of January, I feel like you may be kind of allowing yourself to look past whatever drama is being brought into your life, with the goal of trying to unify the people around you, or one particular person around you, so that you can keep moving forward. You can keep making progress in your life. You can keep working together and assembling the things that you need, and working as a team. Teamwork is going to be quite important for you during the beginning of January, and doing the best that you can in order to support this and encourage it, okay? But I do feel like this this Knight of Swords is going to test you. Whoever this is, it's a testing kind of situation. And I feel that this knight could be someone either who is younger than you, or who is a mature person but's acting very childish and very immature and very selfish, okay? I'm not quite sure what that person's problem is, but it may be that they're trying to rule and direct you. And that person should know already by now, that you are not one to be ruled or directed or managed, or, you are a natural born leader and you call the shots in your life. And so anyone that's trying to control you or steer you, they have to earn your respect first, and they have to earn your love. And if they don't have your love and your respect, then they can't really move you. All right. You are that focused person who, you rather do your own thing than be with someone who's trying to control you. And so I think that on some level, this might be a situation about jealousy. This person might have some jealousy, some anxiety or insecurity going on about you, because you have so much going on, that they are jealous of the time that you spend doing other things, or they're jealous of the people around you. All right, and because of that, they may have kind of caused a scene or caused some conflict with you, arguments, things that were said that hurt your feelings, thoughtless words and actions. Well, toward the middle of the month, you have the Nine of Wands reversed, you have the King of Wands reversed, and you have the Nine of Cups reversed, okay? So I feel like as the middle of the month plays out, you're going to really need to strengthen yourself and to kind of raise up your defenses against this energy. because I feel like it's not, this person is not really going to go away. You're going to have to learn how to manage it, or how to detach yourself from, from someone who is stressing you. The Nine of Wands is reversed. When it's right side up, it talks about really putting up your defenses and standing your ground and being strong against any assaults, that are coming towards you. But when the Nine of Wands is reversed, you may be overwhelmed. You may be have just had enough of this energy, and you may be feeling kind of, at the end of your rope, exhausted. The Nine of Wands talks about exhaustion, and I'm feeling it as I'm reading right now. Just a sense of, give me a break. Why should I have to deal with this? We've been through this before. You don't have anything to worry about. You don't need to be insecure. I'm focused on us. I'm focused on the relationship. I'm focused on our life that we've built together. You don't have to be so, so insecure and jealous. There may be someone around you, okay, that this person is particularly focused on and not really appreciating the attention that you're getting from this other person. And this other person could be a fellow fire sign, which would be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Okay, this fire sign energy person is a king. It's coming up as a king. So they are mature. They have lived a little bit, they've had relationships, maybe they've had a family, maybe they are a business person and a CEO or an entrepreneur. And I feel like it's possible that you're getting some attention from this person, but I'm not quite sure if, you realize that this person has a lot going on in his or her life and can't really focus on a relationship right now. Okay, they are they may have business interests, they may have family interests, they may have a lot of different activities or things that they are involved in. And if if this is a situation where somewhere in your mind you're saying, well, I wonder what it would be like to be with this person, not saying that you're stepping out on a relationship, but if this is someone who is giving you a lot of attention, be very careful, because I'm not quite sure if this person has the best intentions for you. The fire sign energy, when it's reversed, is kind of a here today, gone tomorrow energy. Okay, so they may focus a lot of attention, but they are kind of very passionate, very focused on you for a period of time, and then they're up and gone, and you don't know where they went, and you don't hear from them. Okay, so they're not really able, when the King of Wands is right side up, he is a faithful, steadfast partner, focused, committed. Coming up on the reverse, though, the sense of commitment is not really there. He's not really looking for that kind of situation right now. So next to the Nine of Wands, for me, I'm sorry, you have actually two nines here, the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Next to the Nine of Cups, which is under you, and next to this King of Wands, I really feel like be careful of getting into any kind of compromising situations where something seems like what it really isn't. Okay, be careful of flirtations, be careful of, going out for a drink, and that can be misconstrued as, either by your partner or either by the person that's inviting you out as maybe something more than what it really is that you are interested in. Okay, the Nine of Cups Reversed can talk about, can be a warning about drinking too much, about alcohol, overindulging, partying too much. The Nine of Cups right side up is the yes card. When it comes upside down, it's no for me. Okay, so if there is this King of Wands energy that's around you and is kind of interesting, and you're being stressed out by your partner, and you're thinking, well, I wonder what would it be like if if I was with someone else and this person looks attractive. Look before you leap. Be careful, okay? Don't make any sudden changes in the romance area, because Venus is going to be moving in retrograde motion in February, and you want to kind of not get into anything around this time new that you don't really know this person well, or you're kind of on the fence about your relationship. Take some time before you make any drastic decisions in the romance area, because I don't really feel like this King of Wands has what you need on a daily basis. Okay, I feel like you need someone who's going to be around. It's funny to say, but as I said, you are that king and that queen of the zodiac, so you need someone who's going to want to serve you, who's going to want to be there for you, who's going to want to run your errands, wash your car, cook you dinner. I mean, you're a Leo. You're looking for that type of devotion. Someone who's going to be faithful to you, someone who is going to want to protect you and defend you, and fight the world for you, and then come back and give you that back massage. So if you have that with this Knight of Swords here, who's stressing you out, kind of do what you can to unify the situation, do what you can to be a peacemaker in the situation, and don't make any sudden changes where relationships are concerned, because I think it will not lead you where you really want to go right now. Okay, and Mercury's retrograde until the 9th of January. This King of Wands could be someone from your past that you're wondering about, that you're thinking about, someone who was a big part of your life. But be very careful, because often, people are in our past because that's where they're supposed to be. If they were supposed to be in our future, then they would be there. They would be here now. Okay, so, sometimes that is not the case. Sometimes we have relationships and we lose track of people, and they come back, and then a new relationship can begin, and sometimes it works. But make sure that you're analyzing it very well before you jump into something from the past. Okay, toward the end of the month, though, there's a lot of really strong energy. Also, with this Nine of Cups reversed, I pulled the Oracle card here, the Family. And I feel like it's very possible that whoever this King of Wands person is, it could be someone who through your family, who is a friend of the family, someone who you grew up with, who was kind of like family, or, their family was close to yours, maybe you were neighbors. There's some kind of kindred spirit vibe there, okay? You have common interests, you have a common history, so that may be something that could be attracting you back to this person. But remember what I said about the Six of Cups. Sometimes we have to be careful that while we're reminiscing about the old days and good times in the past, know that those things are a past and may not have a place in our present. Okay, so don't get caught up in that, thinking back on the past. But I do feel like you know, perhaps this person is someone that your family really liked and they wanted to set you up, and they're like, oh, you know, Joe is single again and he got divorced, and, you know, remember you guys went out for a while, he was such a sweet guy, what happened there, you know. And so somebody might be getting your wheels turning about this person, but that, you know, may cause some dissension if you're already in something else. All right. So toward the end of the month, you have 3 major arcana cards. Very, very powerful here. So it looks like something big is trying to happen in your life. Okay, something big is trying to make itself known, manifest itself. Okay, you have the World card, you have the Tower, and you have Temperance. All right. Now, it's interesting to me because I feel like whatever, you know, the World is here connected with the 9 of Wands and the Chariot. The Tower card is connected to this King of Wands and this Knight of Swords. And then you have the Temperance card touching the 9 of Cups reversed, which is touching you. So here's what I'm getting from this. I feel like whatever stress and difficulty you've been going through, if it's a partner situation or someone in your life, and this doesn't even have to be a partner, it could be a family member, it could be someone that you are, you know, dealing with, it could be your son, your child, it could be a brother, you know, whoever this is. It looks like that period of difficulty is about to end. Okay, this was an episode. It was kind of one of those periods where, you know, this person may have been going through some stress, some difficulty, may again have been just, you know, displaying some jealousy or insecurity about you. But I do feel that that situation is coming to an end. Now, could it be that the relationship is coming to an end? Or could it be that this period of stress is coming to an end? Whatever it is, it's going to take you out of that 9 of Wands fatigue and, you know, being overwhelmed and just stressed and exhausted. I feel like that is going to end. And you're going to be closing that phase in your life. Okay, the Tower is bringing some major change, some major thing, event, meeting or decision is about to take place. And whenever the Tower comes in, you know, it sweeps away your old life. It sweeps away the old way of doing things. It eclipses people out of your life. It eclipses situations out of your life that no longer have any use for you. Okay, so here's the World saying something's about to end. Here's the Tower saying it's about to be, you know, the lightning bolt is hitting and it is about to tear down the structures that you had built in the past that were not necessarily built on solid ground or solid foundation. And the card that comes in after the Tower is the Temperance card. And honestly, you know, this is one of the best following cards to the Tower that you can have, because what it says is whatever this is that is going to be a massive change or a massive transformation or swept out of your life quickly, when the dust clears, things are going to be balanced. Things are going to be rebalanced. There's going to be harmony. There's going to be peace. You're going to have, you know, a peace of mind. Your energies are going to be balanced. Your, you know, that exhaustion and fatigue that you were feeling toward the middle of the month, going through whatever stress you were dealing with, it's going to rebalance for you. Okay, the Temperance card comes up when sometimes our body clocks are off balance or our hormones are off balance. When the Temperance card is right side up, though, it means it represents good health. It represents good mental health, good physical health. You know, all of the elements that make up who you are rebalancing and are going to be, you know, all those energies are complementing each other. So it's definitely an excellent card to be closing out the month with, especially after this Tower energy. But as I said, something's trying to end. And whether it is you thinking about the past and the past, you know, you realizing that the past has no place in your life and you taking drastic steps to move away from, you know, whatever has been still holding on to you from the past, or whether it is you deciding that you don't want to deal with your current partner any longer, that you don't feel like going through that stress, and you don't want to deal with the past either, and you're just going to start fresh. You're closing the door on all of that. That could be the possibility as well, okay? But whatever it is, I feel like it's going to be, this Tower energy is by your own hands. I don't think it's some event that's coming in out of the blue, shocking situation. I think it is you saying, you know what, I am ready for a change, and bang, there it is, the Tower. You've made the change, you've made the move. Maybe you decide to change jobs, maybe you decide to uproot yourself, maybe you decide to quit, resign, you know, maybe you decide that you are going to focus on your fitness and your diet and exercise, and you're going to completely transform your body into a lean, mean, you know, exercise machine. And in doing that, really take control of your health situation. You're going to release your stress by, you know, doing yoga or meditation or starting to run. Whatever the case is, I feel like it is you taking a hold of your life, grasping your life, and making the change by your own hands. Okay? And that's extremely powerful. Because here you are at the end of the month with that sense of balance. And the oracle card that I have here on Temperance is Deliverance. And this Deliverance card is awesome because it says release, relief, a fresh approach, liberation from obstruction. Wow. If that doesn't represent the Tower, then I don't know what does. Liberation from obstruction. Finding a solution, exhilaration. Okay, so, you know, you may find the solution of cutting ties with people. You may find the solution that you're going to just focus on your own well-being. The solution might be to separate from someone. The solution might be to not call that person from the past back, okay? Or whatever the case it is, you're going to find a solution to whatever has been overwhelming you and stressing you and exhausting you. And the help of people around you might be available. The help of relatives, loved ones, family members, brothers, sisters, your parents, okay, may be around you and available at your, you know, at your service. There definitely is a vibe of gathering together. So some of you may be, you know, there may be some family reunions going on. Maybe some of you getting together with family you haven't seen for the holidays. And that's when you run into that person from the past, and then, you know, you're stressed out by your current partner, or they don't like the way that that person was looking at you, or, you know, whatever that is. You're going to find a way to detach yourself from that energy and you know, allow yourself to rebalance things by the end of January. And so that looks really good. You know, I feel good about what you are in the process of doing and what you will decide to do by the end of the month. Okay, Leo? So let me just take an oracle card here as a final card for you to see what the Final message is for my Leos. What is the message here from the Oracle for Leos? What is the message for the 6th house? Message here. What is the message for Leos? Okay, this card peeked out. Wow. Oh my goodness, this is my favorite, one of my favorite cards in this Oracle deck. Regeneration. Okay. So, this goes along with that liberation from obstruction. Okay, this goes along with that freeing yourself from the past. A new approach, regeneration, being reborn. Okay, so something is trying to regenerate in your life. Something's trying to change. Something's trying to be, you know, to grow from the ashes. You know, grow from something that may have been dead and gone, that you thought was dead and gone. Okay, maybe you know, maybe you are going to find some kind of renewal from the past, but it may not be exactly what you thought it would be, with the Tower coming here. Okay, something, you know, a surprise opportunity, or a surprise decision, or a surprise meeting, you know, a chance meeting, that is going to allow you to regenerate your situation. You may be regenerating your relationship. Okay, maybe this person realizing how amazing you are and getting jealous and seeing how other people react to you and adore you will create a tremendous change in that person and allow you both to regenerate that relationship and have, you know, allow them to appreciate you more, because they're afraid of losing you, because they see how amazing you are. Okay, Leo, so only you will know what this applies to, if this message applies to you. I hope you it's been helpful for you. And let me go ahead now. That is January. Let me go ahead and pick up the cards here and then pull 3 cards for you for 2017. Okay. And as I said, I will pull 3 of the major arcana. I'm going to use my big deck. I have the big deck and the bigger deck here. And I'm using here the Universal Tarot, a new deck that I've been working with that I absolutely love, because I can see the details, things that I haven't been able to see in other decks are just, you know, they jump out, they stand out. Like right now, I'm looking at this Temperance card and I just saw the sun coming up over the mountains in the back. So that's beautiful symbolism for you too. You know that the sun is going to rise. Regardless of the difficulties that you've been having, the sun is still going to rise for you, Leo. Okay? And what is your ruling planet? The sun. All right? So there is your personal message there. That sun is there standing behind you. You have angels that are working for you. And allow these things to work in your life. Okay, to rebalance things. All right, let's see what your 3 cards are for 2017. We have the Chariot. Oh boy. Now, see, this has been happening all as I've been doing these readings, that the cards that have come up in the main reading are coming up again in the major arcana. So in your in the smaller deck reading, you had the Chariot reversed as your first card. Now you have the Chariot right side up as your first card. You have Judgment and you have the Hangman. Okay, so the message for me here is that you are going to be in the process of bringing that cart, bringing that Chariot right side up. Okay, you're coming into January with things kind of upside down on an emotional level, kind of things a little out of control, your relationship out of control, emotions, tempers out of control a little bit. But over the course of the 4 months, January, February, March, April, I feel like you will work to get things back under control. That is your mantra. Get things back under control for the first part of 2017. And you see the Chariot here. The Chariot rider is not just riding that chariot, but they are in control of those horses. On this particular card, you don't really see it, but in the traditional deck, and you'll see that in the universal deck as well. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can just pull that up for you and give you. Okay, here we go. So, in the traditional deck here, the Chariot rider is holding on to. Sometimes they're holding on to the reins. This one seems to be holding on to a mechanism or a rod here that's connected to the chariot. And so he or she is in charge of guiding these horses, guiding these sphinxes. Okay, there are sphinx actually on this particular card, and there are horses on this card. But it's the same imagery. It is you being in control of that car, you being in control of the way your life is going. So if you're coming into January feeling out of control, your lesson for January through April is do whatever you need to do to regain control of your life, okay, of yourself, of your immediate situation, your day-to-day life. Again, I told you this new moon is ruling your 6th house. So your 6th house is your daily life, okay, how you run things from one day to the next, which, if your daily life is not in order, you really can't, climb that ladder of success or reach out to something greater because you don't have your house in order. Got to get your house in order. Okay, whether it's symbolic or whether it's literal. And in order to do that, you have to have control over the chariot, which direction you're going into, okay, or you're going towards. But the chariot is very much a card about victory and success. It's the chariot rider who reaches their goal through forward movement, through forward action, through keeping things balanced. Those two horses, the black and white horse, are yin and yang. So it's keeping the forces of the energies of life, the male and female energy, balanced. All right, so one of the lessons you have to learn is that you need to keep your passions, your desires, your temper under control. And then in doing that, you can kind of create an atmosphere where there's a peaceful energy there. And anyone around you, will be influenced by that. Now, if you're dealing with someone who is abusive, who is mean, who is hurtful, then you should not be in that energy. You should not be around that person. That person should not be around you. You should be protecting yourself, and if that person means you harm, then you get away from them, okay? You do whatever you have to do to get away and to be somewhere that is safe. All right, because if a person is abusive, no amount of peacefulness that you can show them is going to change them. You can't control their behavior. They have to control their own. But what I'm saying is, if the circumstances are one where, you are not meeting eye to eye, and there's conflict, and you want one thing and they want the other, there's got to be, someone has to have a cool head. And so the chariot is that energy of finding balance, of finding that cool head, that sense of that sense of control over yourself and your environment. All right, so that's January through April. May through August, we have the Judgment card here. So Judgment talks about an awakening. Judgment card for me and the Tower are similar, because the Tower is kind of drastic change. The Judgment card is change that kind of comes as an awakening, an epiphany. You wake up one morning and you're like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do now. I know where I should be. I know what I should be doing. I'm finally awake. I've been sleepwalking these past weeks, months, years, And now I really have a better understanding of, where my life is going and who should be in it and who should not be in it. Okay? So, you are being awakened now that you're getting things in order, you're getting your life balanced, then you're going to have an aha moment, okay? And it's going to be powerful for you. It's like that regeneration card. It's the same thing. The Judgment card, it shows the angels calling on, those who are rising out of the ground, or the dead, or, who were once asleep, or, walking through life like zombies. And then you have an experience that just wakes you up and you see clearly. You finally see clearly what needs to be going on in your life. Okay? And then the change comes. Now that's the middle part of 2017. Toward the end, from September through December, we have the Hangman here. And the Hangman energy is one where you're kind of taking stock of what has happened, what has taken place in your life. You're in this kind of timeout phase. You're in this limbo, timeout, kind of hanging out, pulling back your energy from, aggressively moving forward. And you are now evaluating all the changes that have taken place, and the transformations and the regeneration or the separations, that have taken place in your life, and you are processing it all. Okay? The Hangman is very much about processing things that happen in your life. Seeing things from a different perspective, okay? Knowing that if people come into your life, if people leave your life, these things are for a reason. You have to see it from a different perspective. If you don't reach your goal in the time that you're trying to, you have to look at it from a different perspective of, well, maybe it's just not time. Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I need to learn more. Maybe I need to do more before I can actually attain that thing. Okay? So that is the latter part of 2017. I feel like you'll definitely be analyzing and reviewing your successes, maybe things that did not work out, but there will be a better understanding. You will have a better understanding of yourself and of the direction that your life is going in. Okay? Don't be afraid to take advantage of that downtime, which, as I said, is around September through December of 2017. It's going to be important for you to regenerate yourself, to rest, because it looks like there's going to be a lot of change going on for you in the early and middle part of 2017. All right, my Leos, so thank you so much for tuning in with me. I wish you again a happy new year, and if you'd like a private personal reading, please contact me at the link under my video here. That'll take you right to my website, and you can also contact me on Facebook. Okay? Thank you so much. I wish you all good things, love, peace, joy, infinite blessings, and I bid you namaste.